What's up, tools? Tyler here, and I am back. Guys, how have you been? I'm good. I'm busy, but I'm here, and I wanted to show you guys today Paragon. I told you about a week or two ago. I know it's been a while. Again, I apologize. But I wanted to show you this game that I love. I've been playing for almost a year now. This is just going to be a short little intro video explaining this game, what it's about, what type of game it is, and little bits of the game here and there. I think this gameplay runs about 20 minutes. I'm not sure, so I'm kind of going to go fast. But as I upload more footage, more videos, more gameplay of this, things will get broken down more and more. But this is a recording of a game that I played in yesterday, and I think it'll be a good one to kind of talk over and explain how things are going. So we're just going to jump right into it. And as I said, the name of this game is Paragon. And what is Paragon? Paragon is a MOBA. And that stands for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena. All right, and so it's similar to League of Legends and Dota 2, which are some of the more popular MOBAs. You also have Smite, and I believe Heroes of the Storm is a MOBA. But this one is different from the other two popular ones, Dota and League of Legends. This one graphically looks better. Those two are more of like an overhead sort of thing, and this is a third person game here. So MOBAs, what are they? They are games that are... There's three lanes to a MOBA. You've got your mid lane, your right lane, and your left lane. So left, middle, right. And in Paragon, it's set up. The right lane is also known as a safe lane. And the safe lane is for the carry and the support. Now, what's a carry? A carry is a hero that is designed to do crazy amounts of damage in the late game, as he's supposed to carry the team with his damage. And so that's who I'm playing this game. I'm playing a character that's known as Twin Blast. And Twin Blast is a ranged carry. And he has a really fun kit. And here I am going after this Iggy and Scorch here. Was a little too close. And I do believe I get him here. Missed a shot there, missed a shot there. Got him with that one. But the purpose of the right lane, or as known in Paragon, the safe lane, is for your carry and your support. It's two of you against one of them. On the enemy team. And of course there are 5 players on each team, so and there's starting tomorrow there's going to be a total of 30 heroes. So team compositions can be very different in this game. One thing to note is that when you are in the safe lane, you share experience and card points. Now, experience and your card power level are two different things. So in this game, your hero can level up to level 15, and every time he gains a level, he can level up one of his 4 abilities. He has 5, only 4 of them get leveled up. As I try to get used to these replay controls, this isn't something that I typically do too much or watch these replays, so I'm gonna have to get used to this. But anyways, anytime that you kill a hero or a minion, which these little guys fighting next to us, these are the lane minions, anytime you kill one of them, you get some sort of XP, experience, for your hero level. And hero level's important because out of your 4 abilities that you level up, there are some that are obviously going to be stronger than others for your hero's kit, but getting to level 15 isn't as important as your card points. Now, what are card points? It's that bar kind of towards the middle of my screen. It's a circle. It's got the number 7 on it. That's my card point level. Now, if you can see my cursor right here, in Paragon you get 6 different cards, and you get a total of 60 CP or card points at the end of the game. And between those 60 card points, you get to fill out these 6 cards, to boost your stats. And there's a power stat, there's a physical armor, there's an ability armor, there's a critical chance, there's attack speed. I'm missing quite a few. There are quite a few more. But the whole purpose of this game is to farm up and gain as much CP as possible, quicker than everyone else. And as a carry, that's really, really, really important. And the way to maximize your CP is to get last hits on minions. And what's that mean? You literally want to be able, you literally want to have the final blow on a minion. So you want to. It doesn't matter how many times you attack a minion. If you don't get that last hit, you're not going to get the max CP that you should. So when you first start playing this game, you really want to time out or figure out the timing. You watch your minions fight, and minions always focus on one target. And you want to know how much damage you're doing to be able to get that last hit, to get that maximum CP. Sounds kind of confusing, but when you start playing, and when I start recording some live games, you'll see it better, because it's in the replay it's kind of hard to see, if I'm actually getting the last hits or not. But I assure you, I'm trying, and you can see right here. Actually, here are my stats. Right now, I have 1 kill, no deaths, 1 assist, and I have 23 last hits on minions. So last hits are super important. You want to build your cards as fast as you can. And now give me a second. I have a long list of things to talk about. I want to make sure that I'm covering them all. So yeah, that's your hero skill level. That's XP. That's just from any sort of kills. Minion kills, hero kills, river, jungle, buff kills, all sorts of stuff. But CP is the most important. And so remember, hero level max of 15 and card point level max of 60. And those reset, of course, every game. You always start at level 1 with 3 card points. And then every hero, has a different set, a different kit, and a different set of abilities. And every time I play a live game with a different hero, we'll go over that when I play. There's no way I can talk about all 29 heroes' kit right now. It would take way too long. But yeah, that's the whole purpose of at least the safe lane and the carry. The carry wants to play super safe in the beginning of the game. He wants to farm up on card points. See here, right now we're getting attacked by their jungler. I don't remember the outcome of this fight, but jungle is a whole different position. If you can see my cursor right here in the middle, if we go over to the mini-map, these 3 white dots and this green dot, and then these 2 white dots here, this whole area between the lanes is known as the jungle. And there's always a hero on the team that's assigned to the jungle. And these camps have minions here that the jungler, gets to fight, take care of. Those are his. That's how the jungler gets his farm. That's how he gets his card points. Now, the jungles mirror each other diagonally. There's a word for that, and I don't remember right now. Oh well. But there's an equal amount of farm and minions for both junglers. So that's how they get their farm. And the junglers come. They're protected by these things called shadow walls, and I might be able to see one right here. But there's shadow walls at the entrance to the lanes. See right here. You can't see through that. You see how it's foggy? If there's a hero right on the other side, you wouldn't be able to see him. So it kind of gives the jungler a little bit of a disguise if he plans to attack or gank the lane. And right here, I'm not sure if I get this. Oop. Well, right there, our jungler, Chimera, came from this lane, saw an opportunity. I did enough damage on the off laner. Their off lane. The left lane is known as the off lane. So here's our off laner, Severog. And theirs would be, of course, over here, Iggy and Scorch as their offlaner. But he had an opportunity, and I think we might have coordinated this with him with the in-game commands or something to come around. We're going to get this guy low enough for you to dive in there and get the kill. So that was a good play on our jungler's part. But so that covers the jungle, and see, their jungler came after me here, and our support did a great job at helping me. And I'm pretty low. I should probably go back. Yeah, he did a great job at protecting me there. Narbash. That's that character's name right here. He played his role perfectly, kept his carry alive. Now mid lane is super fun. You're in charge of the river buffs, which there are 4 different river buffs. There's a red, blue, black, and purple. Those all have different purposes, and they spawn every 2 minutes, starting at 3 minutes and continuing on from there. I will play a mid laner here soon, and I'll explain the river buffs as I get there. But they all have different uses, and they're really important to manage. So one of the best things to do as a mid laner is coordinate the timing with your jungler so that you want to be able to get both of them for your team. That's optimal. Now, mid laners it might be the hardest role to play. Pardon me. Got the burps. Because mid laners have to be careful. There's a lot of entrances to the mid lane, and there's a lot of blind spots for the mid laner, and at the same time they're thinking about their blind spots. They want to push their lane, they want to farm, they want to get last hits for card points, they want to worry about the river buffs, and also occasionally if the mid laner's good enough, he'll be able to coordinate an attack with the jungler to go and gank the enemy's safe lane or their off lane. So the mid laners are super mobile. They're usually played by a caster, like a more ability damage geared heroes is what the mid laner is compromised. See here, my support set me up, used his ultimate, knocked Iggy up. Iggy panicked. I was able to get the kill. Another great play by him. He did a great job in this game, I remember. He's one of the reasons why I played so well. If your support plays well, your carry's bound to play well. So it's always good to have a nice support. So mid laner has a lot on their plate. Again, I'll go over that next time I play mid laner. I'll make a video and talk about it more. Now the off laner gets the short end of the stick on your team. The off laner has to be the person, the 1v2. That's his job. So it makes it, you're already at a disadvantage. Oh, and here we are. And I think I remember this fight. I miss a lot of shots here. And see, here's their mid laner right here, Gideon. He's coming over. Let's see how this fight ends up. I'm able to get their jungler, I believe. I think they get my... Okay, yep. See, the minions finished her off. I got credited with the kill. My support lost his life defending me, which is honorable. That's kind of his job, defend the carry. But I was able to get the kill there, despite losing my support. But that's okay. He was cool with it. So, alright. But yeah, the offlaner gets the short end of the stick. And is always in the 1v2 as he tries to protect his first tower. But later in the game, the offlaner is the one who kind of can sneak around a little bit and start coordinating attacks with the jungler or split pushing, blah, blah, blah. So, that covers the lanes and the jungler. But what is the purpose of the lanes? Each lane has a tier 1 tower, a tier 2 tower, an inhibitor, and then that leads to the core. So in MOBAs, you want to work, and push lanes and take out the core. Sounds simple. You want to be the better team. You want to take out more towers and take out their core before they take out yours. Now, it sounds really easy, but it's very difficult. It's a very challenging genre of gaming, and I love it for that. But, in this game, I don't know about any other MOBAs because this is the first one I've ever played. Probably be the only one I ever will play. I'll play this for years and years and years. You only have to get one inhibitor down to open up the door to the core. And when you destroy an inhibitor after you get through the first 2 towers in a lane and get the inhibitor down, that lane starts to spawn super minions. Super minions are much larger than regular minions, and of course they're super. They do a lot more damage. Your waves start to get a lot bigger. So anytime your team loses an inhibitor, things start to get a little more serious. You have to play more cautiously. You have to make sure you always have someone available to go and defend, because those super minions will push through. They will bully the minions that you have rushing at them, unless of course you have super minions countering back. But basically, if you want to be the team to get an inhibitor down first, because then that makes the other team play more defensively. You can be more aggressive and catch them, off guard, catch them making mistakes. But that's the whole purpose of the lanes. Each lane, has got the same amount of towers, 1 inhibitor, and it opens the door to the core. And the first 20 so minutes of the game. I need to talk about the gold buff. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. But the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes of the game is kind of known as the farming stage. And what that is, the farming stage. What am I trying to say? Oh, there's not all that much action. There is, depending on your team comp and who you're playing with. But, see, look, here comes Narbash. We were able to get Gideon, who was pushed a little too deep without knowing what was going on around him. And Narbash came in, supported me with his ult again. I was able to get the kill, and right now, as a carry, I'm sitting in a great spot, 4-0. That's a really good place for your carry to be in. But no, I completely lost track, so we're just going to move on. Oh, the farming stage, yeah. Everyone usually spends the first 20 to 25 minutes getting to mid-range power, maybe even a little higher range of power, and then they start coordinating more 5-man pushes in a lane to try to get a team wipe, take out the entire enemy team and see how many towers you can take down. It's real fun. There's a lot of different strategies. There is a meta, of course. A meta is, what's common, the most common thing in the game. That would be card builds or team comps, stuff like that. But there are a lot of games that get away from the meta. Not everyone likes playing, the same 5 heroes all the time. But that's that. That gold buff you saw me take out like a minute or two ago, that's a buff that is found, where is it? Right on my cursor. One right here and one right here. That gold buff gives you increased card points for a limited time. I think 30 seconds maybe. So you want to give that to your carry so when they get their last hits, they'll get more card points. So let's see. We've talked about the lanes. We've talked about the purpose of the game. We've talked about getting last hits, hero level up, and card point level up. We're not going to talk about any strategies right now. Really what you want to do, it's better to play safe in the beginning and be aggressive later, because if you play safe and take your time in the beginning, you'll wreck. You'll be far ahead. If you're the carry and you really play really safe and get your last hits, you can get so far ahead and you can deal massive amounts of damage when the enemy team can't. It's possible, depending on your play type, to get so far ahead to make the mid to late game super easy. You can win every time. But if you're trying to play this game like it's a team deathmatch type of game, if all you do is try to run around and get kills, you're going to get really behind. The whole point of this game is see that hop right there. I remember when it happened in game. That's just a glitch. There's nothing I did that triggered that to happen. But the best thing to do, and I'm playing carry in this video, so I'm talking about the carry. The best thing to do is just play it super cool, stay in your safe lane, keep your wards up, and we'll talk about wards here in a second. And just get last hits and farm. And, once you feel like you're putting out, very good high damage, and you don't feel like the enemy team is, or you look at the scoreboard here and see that, hey, I'm at 28 max card points. Their carry is at 22. I'm 6 card points ahead of their 2 carries. And yes, they're running a carry in the jungle. When you see stuff like that, you know, what I say was 6 card points. That's a significant amount of power or critical chance or attack speed. That advantage I'll have over their carry could definitely make a 1v1 that much easier. Wards. We'll go over wards real quick. They're really important. There's one right here on my cursor, and I think this is a team fight that wins the game. Yep, we took out that Gideon. And can I zoom out at all? Not really. I'll figure that out later. See here, like I said, around 20 minutes. We jumped the gun a little early, but we were very far ahead at this time. We have 16 kills to their 5, and I think we're kind of grouping up. We're coordinating a little team push here. It will come. But wards are your eyes. All of these little eyeballs you see on the map are wards, and every person should run wards. They last for 2 or 3 minutes, I think, maybe even less. I don't know. I just place them and go. But they allow you to see the enemy team, even if your heroes don't have eyes on them. They're basically, you know, an extra set of eyes, and they're invisible too. Wards are invisible. The only way to see a ward is if the enemy team places one down, or you place one down by an enemy team, and then there's like a dome. There's an invisible dome that they show when you place them down, and that's like your line of sight, even if no one's there. Those raptor-looking things are exactly what they are. They're known as raptors. Those give huge amounts of card points, and there's 3 of them. They spawn every, you know, few minutes, whatever. Your team, you know, if you're at a good point and you got them pushed back, you want to go get those raptors, because if your carry kills all 3 of those raptors, that's 3 card points for your carry, and that's awesome. So they helped me get those. Here we're fighting in the Orb Prime Pit. We'll talk about that in another video. And then, of course, there's cards and decks and affinities. There's a whole lot more to this game, but I think I gave a real good basic description. Oh, see, we dropped that guy. See, here we are. There's 4 of us. Here's Narbash using his ult. Pops up that Eggy, and our Faye got the kill on that one. So we've dropped 2 of them. It was a 4v5. We took out 2 of them really easily. Now their backs are against the wall in a tower. Faye ulted. Chimera jumped in there. We're just dropping them. It's now, we have 19 kills to their 5. And when's the surrender coming? Gideon dropped a good rock on us, but there's nothing you can do against 4 people. That's kind of hard to... I got 1 more kill there to end the day. But yeah, guys, that's Paragon. It looks a lot different when you're actually playing. This replay stuff, it kind of gives a slightly higher overhead view. But I'm going to keep playing, guys. I'm going to record more videos on this. If you like it, don't like it, let me know. If you have other questions, ask them in the comments, and I'll get to them as I can. But yeah, there's a lot of heroes that I play. There's a lot more that I'd like to go over, but that's just a quick rundown of Paragon. There's a new hero out tomorrow. Epic Games is the studio that is developing this game. They're doing an awesome job. They've got this motto. It's every 3 weeks, and for the past year, they've been releasing a hero every 3 weeks. Super awesome, super cool. They're doing a great job. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry that I've been gone. I'm working on it, so catch you guys next time.